What? Ooh.
Reptile eggs?
Reptile eggs of some sort, either a snake or a lizard.
Do you think they're copperhead eggs? They're really bouncy.
Yep, they are bouncy.
Probably like our ovaries are bouncy, I'm sure. What is that? Perfect hole.
Carpenter bee hole.
Oh my gosh.
So this whole thing is probably full of carpenter bee larvae.
Oh. Fire. People are shooting.
People are shooting. People always shoot on them.
So the skink eggs are in here, Smokey. I learned a few things about skinks. They like to lay their eggs in a garden under a few inches of soil and then topped with objects of some sort. Molly, baby, what? So Molly's family is coming. They're going to be here in like 20 minutes and she seems to know. Bizarre. So I discovered this new vegan and gluten-free recipe. It's from Nice, France, I guess. It's called Socca. I don't know. But I'm preparing it right now because you want to prepare it ahead of time. It's, at least 30 minutes ahead of time to up like 8 or 9 hours. But it's basically a cup of flour, chickpea flour you're supposed to use, but in this case I'm using a gluten-free flour, a cup of water, some salt, and then and some oil. And you just let it hang out for a bit. And you also want to blend it really well, like get an egg beater and just blend it till it's smooth. On the way to the store to get my big onion and all the other stuff, I decided to stop at a thrift store because I need a colander. And I did. I picked up a colander. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I got this one for like $7. Pretty cool though, huh? I also got a pair of earrings. I thought these were really pretty. Aren't they gorgeous? So you know how I make kombucha? Well, I have 6 bottles that are slightly smaller than this. A bit smaller than this. And when I make a gallon of kombucha, there's leftovers. There's leftover kombucha. So this, I hope, will take up the rest. Because I've been putting the rest of the kombucha, I've been either drinking it or I've been putting it in a really big bottle that it doesn't really, and this is for the second fermentation, it doesn't really get very bubbly that way.
His family that he considered more important than any kind of a music career at that point. He made some money having
dragonflies. I wish I could catch it on video, but there's these dragonflies that are just flying around Top Gun style. They kind of do this just like Top Gun. I love the dapple of light. Look at that. It's just magical. Nature is magical. I don't even want to put any sound in this video because this is my favorite music. We are approaching a bee hotel, which is basically a hostel for swarming bees.
Thrifting helped her figure out her own personal style. And when she went to college, people noticed.
Today was just filled with wonder. I love finding those little skink eggs. So I just figured out that I have a wheat allergy. It's not like celiac disease. Celiac disease is an autoimmune disease where your intestine is attacked, your immune system. And it's not gluten intolerance. It's a wheat allergy, which means I have, just like any other allergy, I sneeze, I get the sniffles, my throat closes up a little bit, and it's just generally uncomfortable. So I did a little research, looking for recipes that would fulfill that desire for bread, especially in the morning. I really like bread in the morning. And I came up with a recipe called, I don't know how properly to pronounce it, but the pronunciation on YouTube was like, Socca! But I just don't think that I need to pronounce it that way. So, but it's awkward in English. Socca. Socca.
Socca.
Socca. And I don't know. I need to find some hipsters who can tell me how to pronounce it. Because I don't really know how to properly pronounce it. And I've never had it myself. So I made it yesterday. And I'm obsessed. It is so good. It is out of this world. So I'm going to show you how I make it tonight. Now I make it a little different because I made it with what was on hand. I have no clue if this is how it's supposed to taste. But what I make tastes so good. And the reason why it's different is because traditionally you're supposed to make it with a chickpea flour. And I'm making this with a gluten-free flour that is predominantly chickpeas, but it also has sorghum and tapioca. It's Bob's Red Mill gluten-free flour. And I really do think that it's probably not traditional tasting. I think the texture is so good, especially if you are not eating cheese, because it has a little buoyancy that kind of reminds me of cheese. And it's crispy on the outside. Oh, it's just so delicious. I'm so happy that I found this. And I hope you try it. I actually hope you try it with Bob's Red Mill. So I had this stylish idea. I thought I could take this dead cat, which is the thing that goes over a microphone to reduce background sound. and put it over my lapel mic and it would be cute. Well, what it really did was just take away all the sound. So there's no sound here. I'm so sorry. I'm going to actually leave the recipe down in the description box below so you'll have it there instead. But the Socca was absolutely delicious and we both enjoyed our meal, and so was the salsa. It was awesome as well. And I want to leave you with a couple of reminders that it's better to ferment love than to foment fear. And please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It truly encourages me and it helps so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.